Welcome to the Harris Show. I am your host, Jamal Harris, and I'm with my co-host and sister, Angie Ange.
What's up?
And we're joined today by this annoying person, Jakeel Harris, Speaks, whatever the fuck he goes by. And today we're going to talk about friendship. We're probably going to do something like this again. She has questions for us. We're going to see how this goes. And she always has questions, so let's see.
Okay. So I was inspired by Insecure season 4 because the whole season was about friendship. So these questions are kind of based off that. The first question, what is the importance of friendship to you and why do you think we need them?
You want me to start?
Anyone can start.
I don't fucking believe in friendship, but I think having key people in your life that hold you accountable, that are loyal, that fuck with you at your worst and fuck with you at your best.
Okay.
It's just good for your self-esteem, good for your confidence, good for moving forward, keeping you motivated and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not gonna be doing that the whole time. You gotta come with something. Okay.
I don't even remember the question, to be honest. What does friendship mean to me?
Why is it important?
Because you need people in your life. If you just have your family around, you'll fucking go crazy. And some people's families are trash.
Absolutely.
True.
So you need friendships. I don't like words like friendship either, but
Okay.
because of the term, everybody's your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically everything he said. I don't know what else to add to that shit.
Okay. Describe what a toxic friendship is.
Somebody who's always using you, somebody who's a backstabber, a liar, a cheater. She left with your man. Somebody who doesn't give the same effort or who doesn't try. Who's a selfish person. You can't be a selfish friend. You can't. It's just not. You gotta be there when your friend is sad and crying over her nigga. Or a nigga crying over his girl. See, I told you them shits was gonna pop up.
Yeah, it's okay that they pop up though, because they're not gonna pop up wild.
Okay.
No, they need to know. This is live.
God damn.
But yeah. So somebody who's not there, somebody who's always into the gossip. If they anything like anybody on any of the reality TV shows, like Bad Girls Club or I'm older, so I don't know none of these fucking. Well, Basketball Wives. What's the other one? Love and Hip Hop.
Football wives, soccer wives, I don't know that fucking million.
Any of those toxic behaviors,
Okay.
People who gossip all the time and want to be in drama, that shit's toxic.
Do you have anything to add, Jakeel?
I think I agree. And I would say a toxic friendship is one where you begin as people who just hang out with each other, and then it turns into a familial relationship where you get considered to be their parent because you are doing so many things for them and they are still not listening, or they still not doing the things they're supposed to do. It's hard to hold them accountable, and it becomes when you call them, or they call you a friend, but you don't really call them a friend.
So when it's one-sided?
One side is not even a bad thing in a friendship, because sometimes that's how relationships are. It's more so taking advantage of people's kindness, or taking advantage of people's effort, because you know that they're going to continue to put it in because they value the friendship or whatever. But it's that the toxic comes in where people don't realize that they are being taken advantage of, or where the person who's taking advantage is okay taking advantage. That's where the toxic comes in.
Yeah.
Also, if they're fucking with your happiness, every time they come around, you fucking either angry or upset.
Yeah.
Then that's a toxic friendship.
That's a sign right there.
Because I got a couple people who I had to snip off because every time they came around, they just gossiping and always starting drama.
Yeah.
Even if they're playing around and stuff, eventually you get tired of that shit. Grow the fuck up.
And you niggas know who we talking about.
Okay. No. Do you think it's necessary to take a break in a friendship?
I think it's necessary to take a break in every relationship you have in your life.
Yep.
Even significant others, you take a break whether you say it or not. Like when you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to my mama's house for a couple days. That's a break. Like people just don't say it's a break, but you need a break from everybody in your life. Otherwise, you would fucking go crazy. That's why this quarantine is probably gonna have a lot of divorces because of that. You're around somebody all the time, and then like you just get sick of the little things that are bothering you. So I think like somebody was sneezing, you'd be like, you sneezing? Like I got to that point, so that's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come visit y'all niggas. You know, I don't like coming down here. But I think if any relationship, you need space. So yeah.
I think that, and I guess my viewpoint is just a little different. I don't think that I need breaks in any of my relationships because if I view them as breaks, I'm never talking to them niggas again. I think it's more so like if it gets to the point where I feel like I need a break from you, then our relationship or our friendship, however you want to call it, is probably going to go down the drain from there. I think that sometimes a nigga needs some space.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, hey, I need some space. I can't fuck with you right now. Right? Especially when it's those friendships where you're like, nigga, all you do is take. You know what I mean? And I just can't. And then some of your friends just say and do stupid shit. And so you just got to be away from that sometimes. Doesn't mean you don't fuck with them as much. It just means they do stupid shit. And you know they do stupid shit. And you can't deal with stupid shit all the time. And so you just got to like let them know like, hey, I need space from you because you know you do stupid shit. And if they can't be like, yeah, you're right, you'd be like, well, looks like I'm gonna be cutting you off in this new year.
Some people take it like, oh, I need time away from you. They take it personal. It's like, this has nothing to do with you. So stop being selfish and let me deal with my issues. Like, I need to be alone.
You also have to communicate that, though.
There's no way you can tell somebody, like, hey, I'm fucking tired of you. I don't want to be by you.
No,
I do. I tell people that.
If it has nothing to do with them, you need to express that before.
They don't. If I'm telling you I need time away just to be by myself, you should already assume I'm literally saying I need to be. No, people should though. I'm telling you I need to be by myself. The whole thing I ended with by myself. I need time by myself. That don't have nothing to do with you. I don't say I need time away from you. I need time by myself. I'm personally somebody who needs a lot of time by myself. I can go months, probably a year without talking to somebody, and it still was good when I see you. Like I don't need a text or call. Like if we're not in the same city, I'm probably not hitting you up. And if I hit you up every now and then, I'm checking in, making sure you good. But I'm not the type of person who's gonna text you every day.
Yeah.
Unless we doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the megalith, night,
Okay.
Yeah. See,
then you'll get a call, but you only getting a call because that's what we doing. But
see, I think that's the same kind of thing. Like, and y'all niggas know me. I text y'all maybe once every 2 months or something like that because we never in the same city or I'm out here doing shit. And it's the same thing in my friendships and my relationships and stuff like that. If you know me, if we fuck with each other heavy, you know that that's just how it is. Like, oh, I'm doing shit, and when I do talk to you, we talk. And then when we see each other, it's like nothing ever happened because you know what I mean. Like that's just that consistency that I hold. But the downside to it is niggas always taking shit personal and think that I'm always like ghosting them or that I don't talk to them or anything like that. And that lets me know that they really don't know me or that they really don't value our friendship if it thinks it's so transactional where you have to do this to get this, and it's like I'm not transactional. I'm not a transactional ass nigga. So it's like I fuck with you heavy. If you know I fuck with you heavy, you know what that comes along with. If you know I don't fuck with you, or if you a little wishy-washy about it, you gonna take shit personal. So that's on you. It's not on me.
that.
Okay. This one's kind of like a two-part. How do you know when a friendship is over, and then how do you end a friendship?
That's easy. I stop fucking with you.
How do I end
But
it?
like what? Not like but like what are the signs to you that make you be like, yeah, this ain't gonna really pan out? Like the friendship is about to end, and then how do you go about ending it?
Oh, it's if somebody. I guess it's like if somebody starts to like fuck with my joy, question my intentions, or start to like diminish my accomplishments or try to fuck up my goals or something like that, or just try to tear me down, I already know the friendship or relationship's gonna go down. We have some niggas in our life that has done that, and you see them niggas are not around no more. But you know, the way that at least that I, you know, cut these niggas out of my life, they already know because I tell them. So I'm not gonna be fucking with you for a little bit. I'm not gonna be texting you or anything like that. I'm not gonna reach out. You feel like if you want to reach out, you can reach out if you want to, but also understand that you said some pretty fucked up shit or you've done some pretty fucked up shit. So my reaction to you is based on those actions, and so sometimes I let the friendship or however you want to call it kind of just diminish with time, just not talking to them. And other times, depending on how much they fucked up, I let them know right then and there.
Okay.
I don't fuck with you no more.
Damn.
Yeah, it depends on what happened. So sometimes it slowly just does it by itself. Like I'm growing in a different direction they're going in. Sometimes I have to be like, we just can't mess with each other. I don't hate you, I don't dislike you, but you and me clearly can't be friends. You come around and do shit that I don't like, I don't vibe with. You fuck with my happiness, and that's the number one thing. Cause niggas think I don't be happy because I don't smile all the time, but if I'm chilling, not saying nothing, I'm happy as fuck. Just want y'all to realize that. But if you fucking with my happiness, it's time to cut you off. If you coming with the same drama, it's time, or I don't see no growth, because friendships need to grow. Any relationship need to grow. If we not growing, if we doing the same shit, like I cut you off slowly. I would slowly just be like walking out. It'll come from me hanging out with you every other day to once every 3 weeks, and then not at all. So it depends on what they're doing too. Because if you lie to me, I might give you, it depends on how strong our relationship is, I might give you a chance once. But if you lie to me twice or do something I say I don't rock with, I cut you off immediately. I don't do that whole second chance, third chance. What's the point? They showed you who they are. And maybe years later, y'all could rekindle a friendship. And I cut you off too. So maybe that can happen. Because if I just like wait till it gets to the point where I'm going to explode, you're going to explode, that's stupid. So I don't let it get to that point.
So you don't think it's necessary to have that conversation?
No.
In all situations?
What do you mean?
Like, it's not, like, sometimes you'll just let it die down. You don't think it's necessary to just be like, yo, you know what?
It depends. Some people, like for instance, if Yaya, I would talk to Yaya. But some people, I'm not giving them that luxury of talking to them. Because some people, and I also see how they treat other people, like their other friends. So if they're other friends, I see the same like track record, or I'm like, oh no, that's just who they are. So it depends.
Yeah.
Some people deserve a talk, some people just don't.
Okay.
I think that's a big thing. Like some people deserve the conversation, right? Because especially if you know them, you know the experiences that they've had, you know some of the things that they've dealt with and stuff, and why they do some of the things that they do. Some people need an ass whooping, and then others just need like, all right, our friendship just needs to die out, right?
Okay.
It was only meant to be for so long, right?
Like, some people aren't meant to be. Yeah. They're there for they're like seasons. You know,
like niggas you go to school with in your undergrad. You'd be like, oh yeah, we fucked with each other heavy when we was in our undergrad, but like the moment we both graduated and went back to our respective cities, we don't talk to each other anymore. Like I fuck with you kind of, sort of, but like we not like friends. So if somebody like that was to say something out of the blue like "fuck you, Jakeel," I'd be like, well, I'm cutting your ass off. But if let's use Yaya again, because we know we fuck with Yaya heavy in this part of town. Let's say Yaya said "fuck you, Jakeel," like she does on a regular basis. We have those conversations, and sometimes we laugh, and sometimes we don't. But most of the time we laugh. So it depends on what our relationship looks like. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you feel like you can openly communicate in your friend groups? Why or why not?
Oh, fuck yeah. I only have one friend group. You know what I mean?
Openly communicate as far as what?
Like you don't like shit?
If there's an issue,
fuck
bring it up. Or
look, Look, I got one friend group, one circle. You know what I mean? Yes.
Oh.
I got 3 niggas that I fuck with heavy, 2 niggas that I really fuck with heavy, and this nigga Jamal. You know what I mean? And so, like, those are it. Like, and they definitely communicate shit I don't like to hear all the fucking time. And sometimes I need to hear it, and other times it's like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was doing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's on a variety of topics, from relationships to life goals to getting this money to spending this money to nonprofit stuff to sex to everything. Like, they let me know about my toxic tendencies. They let me know about the good shit, the bad shit. Like, and that's why I only fuck with them so heavy. And then you got niggas that try to sneak back into your life every year on the dot, and they think that because I didn't say anything bad to them or cut them off completely, that they automatically have, you know, privilege to criticize things that I'm doing in my life. And I'd be like, hold on, we don't fuck with each other like that. You're not about to tell me that shit. You know what I mean? And people have to realize that, like, you know, it's when you fuck with people heavy and stuff like that, and they give you that honest criticism, you're not trying to add new people in there to figure out what their intentions are and figure out if they can follow suit, which is why I only stay with the same niggas that I've been rocking with for the last 10 plus years.
I don't even remember the question.
Oh my god.
Niggas zoned out, low key. I was looking at all these pictures on the wall.
Openly communicating in your friend group.
Yeah, I think I can, but there's also certain things I choose not to talk about with friends. Like, I don't really like talking about my relationship with friends, like romantic relationships. Yeah. I'll tell them, like, oh, I'm in a relationship, and then I'm the type to be like, oh yeah, we getting married this day.
Wow.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you like what's going on or anything, cause I don't want to give people a false one-sided view, because I'm obviously gonna make myself look good majority of the time, and I just don't want people having putting their input on my relationship, whether that's a good or bad thing. I don't really give a fuck. That's how I deal with it. But everything else I communicate.
And let me be clear, people. When I said relationships and shit, I don't talk to these niggas about my relationships until they're over. So let me tell you that much, okay? And so that's where the criticism comes.
The thing is too, because all right, I'll just go to the relationship. Why I don't tell people about relationship? Because people think you in a relationship with everybody, and then you be like, "No, this is my homie." Like, they'll take something and make it something that's not, and then that fucks up your friendship or relationship or whatever y'all were gonna have with that person. Like, what if y'all are in a talking stage and then people are like, fuck it up. Literally, just fuck it up before you get to the point where you can even be something. So I don't tell anybody about my romantic relationships, but I tell them pretty much what I would tell people close to me. But there's stuff, I'm also very to myself.
Very private.
I wouldn't even say private. I just I don't voice, like if I'm going through something, I don't really voice it out loud. The only time I recently did was when Kobe passed away.
That was
because it was a very
emotional.
It was shocking. So I didn't expect it. So I was at home playing a video game. I didn't know how to voice it, so I just texted niggas. And niggas texted me. I got text some people I didn't know had my number. Some people, I wonder how you got my number.
For sure, we can.
Because I switched my phone.
Same.
So that means you asked somebody. But
y'all be going, oh.
But you checked in me.
Get back to the question.
You checked in on me, whatever. So, but but I don't really share certain things. But the stuff that I feel comfortable sharing, I let them know. They know. But I also have friends. I hate the word friendship because everybody, people who aren't close but you cool with, they your friend, and the people you are really close with, they're your friend too. So
there's different levels.
There's got to be a separation. If I decide, if I mess with you, if I check in on you or you check in with me, whether it's for 3 months we don't talk, you probably my nigga. 9 times out of 10. If I can go that long without talking to you and you hit me up and check in on me, then you my nigga. Or if I don't talk to you and then I come down and I hit you up like, hey, let's go to this concert or let's go eat or oh, I'm in your town. Like if I do that, then I mess with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But some people, I be in a city and I hope they don't know that I'm here. So I'm like, yo, that is what it is.
Hey, every time I'm in Oceanside, I probably tell maybe 3 people that I'm in Oceanside, and I don't be leaving the house until them 3 niggas hit me back up, and that's who I hang out with.
But I'm very open on the stuff I feel like sharing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I'm close enough with you that I would share that means I'm open enough. But if you use my openness against me, or you tell somebody some shit I told you, that there's no first, second, or third coming back from that.
Yeah.
So if I'm open enough to tell you, and then you tell somebody, I'm like, oh, okay, fuck you. Like I would tell you, I'm literally gonna tell you, oh, you told this person this, fuck you, or run them fans. I don't care if you can beat me up, run them hands.
And you probably can't, because Harris has got them hands.
All right, next question.
Open and selectively closed off is what we are out here. Shit.
Well, I didn't have this written down, but I just thought about when you guys were talking about it. What do you do if your significant other and your friends got beef?
Oh shit, let me tell you. Hey Yaya, shout out to Yaya.
It?
Shout out to Yaya. Every girl that I've dated, and this is no shade to them girls that I've dated, you know I dated you respectfully. If y'all have had issues with Yaya, y'all know that it didn't go well in an argument with me. Cause I'm like, y'all know I fuck with Yaya heavy. You knew I was fucking with Yaya heavy before we started our relationship. And you know I'm gonna be fucking with Yaya heavy when we in our relationship. Yaya is someone that we just fuck with heavy. Like, and I'm not going to like push her to the side because we're in a relationship. Like Yaya's been there from the good, the bad, the ugly. And so like if you don't have, if you don't have a good relationship with Yaya, chances are you probably not gonna have a good relationship with me.
Wow.
Because like Yaya my nigga for sure. Yeah. Like when we fuck with Yaya heavy, and so if it's like you're worried about Yaya, like she's too close to me and stuff like that, those are your insecurities.
That's insecurity, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like
cause she don't want us.
Yaya's like Yaya not a threat. Yaya,
she seen us.
She's like, no. Yaya sees us. She's like, y'all niggas know, right? And so, like, I've definitely had conversations with exes and stuff like that about Yaya or around the topic of like the friends that I do have in my life, quote unquote, who are girls, whether that's Yaya, whether that's Tutu, like, people feel like the relationship's deeper than what it is, but it's really not. And so, yep, I definitely have had some arguments and, with significant others because of those types of things, because they start to be like, well, you can hang out with them, but you can't hang out with me. And I'm like, those niggas are closer to me in terms of like proximity, right? As well as like, they're willing to do things that like some of my partners haven't been able to do. Like, they'll drive up to see me for 10 minutes, just to like, right? Or they don't care about the communication thing. Like, them niggas know, like, I talk to Yaya, like, text Yaya, Jamal, we have our little group chat, right? And Josh and stuff, like, I don't know, once every 2 months. Yeah, I don't be responding in there, but I keep myself updated with what's going on with their lives in that group chat.
That don't count.
And so, yeah, it don't, right? It don't. And so, like...
I said I don't count.
Yeah. And so, like, when you think about, like, my consistency, that's where the issues go, because they go, well, you talk to Yaya, you hang out with Yaya. I'm like, well, if you talk to Yaya, like if y'all are like real friends and stuff, and you ask her how often I talk to her and how often I hang out with her, you would say it's not as much as I hang out with you as my significant other. And so I don't like the comparison game that starts to happen when my significant others have been like trying to compare it to my friends and stuff like that. But
so basically, it don't work out if it's a problem.
Hey, basically, I'll cut somebody off.
It ain't gonna work.
It's you asking me to cut out somebody who has literally helped uplift me to where I'm at. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's like asking me to tell my brother to shut the fuck up when he's right. Like, that's stupid. Like, I definitely have gotten into arguments with significant others because of it. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Jamal has for sure gotten into arguments with significant others because of me.
Jamal over here reflecting.
So that's just how it is.
My thing, okay, so close friends,
Mm-hmm.
they need to at least be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't, if they hate them, they need to keep that shit inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
No, for real, because if you hate like my closest friend,
Mm-hmm.
anytime I hang out with them, you gonna feel like, well, it's not gonna work out even if you hate them and you keep it inside.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have less problems. Because if you hate them and every time I go hang out with them, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm with this person, you're gonna be like,
It's gonna be a problem.
why are you with this person?
Yeah.
But like if it's like a friend who I barely talk to, that's fine. But if it's like somebody I'm like, yo, that's my nigga, you can't. Like, cause it's more than that though. Even if like if it's like you're close to your family, if their family don't like you, you can't have a successful relationship unless they cut their whole family off.
Yeah.
Which you're asking somebody to cut their whole family off is fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
so that shit matters. But as far as friends, close ones, you gotta at least be cordial.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I know it's asking a lot to be like, hey, I'm close with this girl. You like need to be cool with this girl.
Yeah.
But then if they get to know the girl, they be like, oh, she just treats y'all like y'all niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all niggas ain't shit, pretty much.
Sure.
Like,
That's how it is.
it depends. Because I wasn't close with Yaya like that until, what was it, like a couple years ago? 3-4 years ago? I knew who she was before then.
Yeah.
But I get closer off of who you are. It don't matter how much time we've known each other. But like if Aisha had a problem with Yaya, I wouldn't have known. I don't know because she never said it to me. But then like she probably realized, oh, that ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But now if your friend with a girl and they touching your man in the inside of his thigh and doing shit like that, that might be an issue. But like I don't think any relationship I have has ever gave that impression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I don't like people getting that close to me anyways, so.
But I understand. But I also figure it probably won't work out. That's even if like I have a dude friend.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
not like any type of friend. Like
if you're like, oh, I don't like
that's
him.
you, girl.
I'm like, I've known him this amount of time. I barely know you.
Mm-hmm.
Bounce.
Come on, bounce.
Unless you have my kids and stuff, then the relationship changes.
Hey, even if
Because you can put a nigga on them papers.
Even if you have my kids, you could bounce. Okay, I'm gonna still
Bounce.
be a good daddy, but you could bounce. I'm gonna be a shitty baby daddy. How about that?
All right. Next question. How did your friendships change after high school?
Everybody that I fucked with in high school, I don't fuck with now. Or half of the people who I went to high school with that I hung out with, I was a little bit of a floater. I was a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little weird ass nigga in high school. So I floated around a lot of different friend groups. And the friend group that I hung out with the most happened to be like other weird ass niggas. But Jerry, I mean, most of y'all know Jerry. I hung out with Jerry a lot in high school, and then went to community college, and then he went to the military, and then we kind of just split. But other than that, you know, all of my other friendships from high school, they kind of just went their own ways and stuff and have their own lives, whether they work at barbershops or have kids or do their own thing, you know. I wouldn't really even consider them niggas like friends. They were just niggas that we like hooped with and niggas that we like, you know, played sports with and shit like that. But I would say that the big thing was like I changed after high school. Like I was like, oh, these niggas really ain't shit. Not in the sense of like with my character, you know what I mean, and how we were raised. Like we weren't necessarily raised to like disrespect women and like be dogs and shit. And so like some of the niggas that we hung out with. Some of the niggas that we hung out with were some dogs, and they know they dogs, and I've never been that, like, I've never been that way. I mean, I had a pit bull phase for sure, but I think I transformed, you know, and I had to transform because I realized that, like, I was just being like those niggas in high school because I was like, damn, why these bitches love them? I want to be like that, you know. But I think I changed a lot after high school. Like, I don't need to really be like that. And when you do that, you start to be like, I really don't like what them niggas do. I really don't like what them niggas be about. Them niggas really don't got nothing going for themselves. Like, and we can't be doing that in our family because then we end up like the rest of the niggas in our family.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Disclaimer.
I would say. Shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
They doing shit, but they not doing
Okay.
shit. Can you pass me my water bottle though?
What was the question?
How did your friendships change after high school?
Oh, I don't talk to none of them, really.
My water bottle.
Where?
It's right there. I don't talk to none of them, but I changed a lot, and I changed completely. I'm not gonna lie. I changed. I'm a whole different person. Like, the stuff I like, who I became, like, I'm way different than I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them are the same. Some of them have traits that I just didn't rock with. Some of them were just, we were in the same place. We are not in the same place anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I changed. Some people changed. We grew apart, but them relationships weren't, I don't think they were strong to begin with. So they weren't strong enough to hold on. Some people I see from high school and I'll be like, oh, what's up? And they're like, oh, what you been up to? It's like, man, 10 years have passed. I've been up to a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I graduated college. I'm working. I don't even live in SoCal. Like, you still in the same place. You still living with your mama. You got like 3 kids. That's fine. I'm happy for you. But that's not where I see my life going.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are, I changed more so. So the relationships from high school did not stay because I changed.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people I obviously have to have a relationship with because we're family. Like the ones like Terrell and Mookie, they're my cousins. So it wasn't nothing about friendships. But the other people, I can't tell you the last time I talked to them. It don't help that I'm not a social media dude, so I don't really keep up. You know how people keep up on Facebook and Instagram and all that? I'm not that dude, so they have no idea probably what I'm doing. And we can keep it like that. Like, I don't need... I never was like, oh, let me go back and talk to this person.
Yeah.
Like, there's some people that I was like, I wonder if, like, how they look.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like, do they still got that yop? You know what
All
I mean? But
I think a big thing too is like, you know, education really changes your viewpoint of things, right? And once I graduated my undergrad, I was like, damn, I really like can't be fucking with those niggas that I used to fuck with in high school, because like a lot of them were not knocking the hustle, right? A lot of them were going back to school for the first time, or you know, trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. But I was just like, having just casual conversations with them didn't even feel right anymore. Like, it was just like, damn, you really stayed in that high school mindset.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me.
yeah, you can't be doing the same. We graduated in 2010.
You know what I mean?
So if you doing the same thing from 2010 and you ain't show no growth,
None.
like
Zero.
how can I have a conversation with you?
Zero
Not to
growth.
put myself on this pedestal,
Look, we
but
got there, shit.
it's like, what are we doing? You asking me about what I've done in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to sum up what I did in 10 years in a fucking 5-minute conversation.
That's difficult. We
That's-
got accomplishments out here.
I mean, not to say I've done, yeah, nigga.
You know what I mean?
So I've done stuff in 10 years, like, so I'm not gonna do that. Clearly we weren't meant to be friends. If I didn't hit you up or look out for you, you just happen to see me walking the time I'm visiting fucking Oceanside. You happen to see me at Walmart,
yeah.
or you happen to see me at Big Liquor or something.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to talk. Give me the head nod and keep it pushing.
It's hard. It's hard because some of these people want to have high school conversations. You
You
know?
remember when this happened?
You remember when we went to 24
It's
in
like,
11th grade?
I don't want to remember high school. I'm a completely different person.
Yeah.
First of all, I think I personally became more attractive after, because I stopped giving a fuck about what was cool, and then I got my own money and I can buy my own shit, and that was a big thing.
Yeah.
Because in high school I couldn't, and I got money, and I was balling.
It's different because my face has looked exactly the same since 6th grade. And so when the girls in high school used to tell me they didn't fuck with me, that I was unattractive, and now they riding me now, I'm like, look, you only riding me because I got a master's degree in my own car, my own money. Now what's up? I'm just saying. That's how it is.
To sum it up, though, I changed.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
I changed. I don't think. I changed more so the relationships weren't gonna last because they weren't strong to begin with.
They were no longer benefiting my growth.
We were only around each other because we went to the same school, lived in the same city.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still friends with my high school friends.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Some, no, yeah.
But
Okay,
you all
relax,
say you knew that. I was
relax.
like, oh, are you?
Some of them. Shout out to y'all.
Y'all know who y'all are. All 4 of y'all. Is it 4? See?
All right. Do you think it's hard to make friends as an adult? Now, take college out of it.
Okay.
Take the college classroom out of it.
Do we take the college education?
Well, I
out
work.
of it?
No. Just the college classroom, because people make friends. In college.
I'm gonna say for me,
class.
it's harder for me because not to put race in it. It's kind of hard for me to fuck with people who aren't black and living in the Bay Area. That's not, if you're not in Oakland, that type of area, you don't really see black people. So, because I don't have time to explain blackness and stuff like that to people. Like, I don't want to feel like I have to change who I am. I want to be me.
Okay.
Personally, I want to be me 100% of the time. I gotta fake it at work. I gotta fake it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not faking it in my friendships. So it's hard for me. And then the few people who aren't of color, well, they are color, I guess. They're not black. It's like, we cool. But there's certain stuff I just don't want to have to explain over and over and over again. So it's harder. But people seem to gravitate towards me. They see that I'm a friend. I don't see them the same way. Because I'm a cool ass nigga. Not like I'm cool. Like, I don't get mad over little stuff. I'm fucking funny. I know I'm fucking funny. Even if people don't think I'm funny, I know I'm funny. And that's probably a problem too, that I think and I know. People would consider me a friend, but I just think I'm a good person. And I think they get that mixed up with friendship. Like,
because you don't see that too much.
Yeah.
You don't get to see genuine people often.
Yeah.
And when you come across it, you're like, I gotta connect with that person.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you, there's people I've met that I've genuinely been like, I like really want to be their friend, but it's not meant to be. It's just like, you don't come across genuine people a lot nowadays. So I don't know. So I get why people gravitate towards you.
as an adult, it's
as an
different.
adult, yeah.
As an adult, if I wanted to be like, oh, that person who has a lot of people around me, I think it would be easy. But I don't want that. I want like 10 friends.
That's a lot.
No, but what I'm saying is I want like the main group and then the group that's like, we cool, but we only do like social shit together. That's what I want. But it's hard. It's hard for me living in the Bay Area because I work from, basically I leave my house at 12 noon and I don't get home until 9:30, 10. So, and I work Monday through Saturdays. So realistically, when we gonna kick it? Like, and some people need you to be up in their face all day. So I'm like, well, we probably not gonna jam like that. We're not gonna rock like that because you need me to be in your face all day, and I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'll send you a text message. I'll send you a LOL. I'll send you a smiley face.
Yeah.
That might be all you get from me for the whole day, a smiley face.
Yeah. I think for me, it's I think very similarly. Because I'm just a good person, a lot of people gravitate towards it, right? Because I'm just like, we nice, right? And I think we're only nice to them because we're not mean.
Yeah.
And so people are like, oh, I don't see this. They're authentically themselves. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he says what he says. He says what's on his mind. It's like, no, like, I'm just nice and like, I'm just going to call shit out when I see it, right? And I think for me, it's more so like, I think it's not difficult for me to make friends. I think people when I talk to people and they really try to get to know me, and they're like, oh, he really doesn't believe in this concept of friendship, I don't really know how I can interact with him anymore. And I'm all like, it's either you fuck with me or you don't fuck with me. Like, you don't have to complicate it any farther than that. And so, like, I know there's people, especially because I've worked where I've worked in education and housing. I'm just around a whole bunch of people all the time. And if I'm not nice, if I'm not trying to, like, actually put effort into talking to them, it's hard for me to do my job. And so a lot of it ends up with people thinking that I'm trying to build these super strong friendships with them. And it's just like, nah, like, I'm trying to do my job. Like, I'm being nice, I'm being friendly, I'm asking you how you're doing, I'm checking on you, doing the mental health thing. And so, like, yeah, there's people who I've built genuine, like, relationships with because of, like, my jobs and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, I work all the time. Like, I'm that's it. I'm a workaholic. And so, you know, when are we realistically going to talk? Like, my grad school, when I was in grad school, my schedule was literally 8 to 3 working in housing, you know, 3 to 5 working at my other job, and then going to class late when I should be at class at 4 o'clock, and then getting out at 10, and then coming back home to sleep for like 4 or 5 hours and then get back to work in the morning. So it's like, if you're not coming over to, like, eat dinner with me, or if you're not coming over to watch the 3-4 hours of TV that I watch,
or you know,
or or
friends.
you know what I mean, then I'm probably not messing with you. So my work relationships were my friendships, because I was like, I can't add extra people in my life right now because they gonna get mad at the inconsistency in my schedule, right? Or even, like, when I was in relationships, they would get mad at the inconsistencies in my schedule. So it was like, I can't really do anything about it.
Say names. You know.
I'm not about to say names.
Not specific.
Relationships. It's multiple relationships, man. Fuck y'all. But like it sucks because it's like, yeah, like, I can't add, like, people in my life. Like, I can't. Oh, let me go. And that's not my energy, anyways. I'm not trying to add new niggas in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when I don't show that effort that I'm trying to add new niggas, but people are still gravitating towards me like I am, that shit's exhausting. And I'm just like, realistically, like, it's cool we met in this moment, in this environment. I probably won't see you again because I'm gonna go to work and I'm not gonna remember you. And if I do remember you, it's gonna be like, oh, that was cool, but I gotta go to work and get this money, secure the bag, because, you know what I mean, like, bills ain't gonna, like, pay themselves. And so doing that and stuff, it's like, like, I can't like add new people in my life and stuff like that. So I mean, I can now. Your boy graduated, so but yeah, it's different. I just don't have that energy like I used to. Like, in community college, I was for sure like friends.
Yeah.
You know, and then after, I was like, cut all these niggas off. I'm trying to secure the bag, and some of them fucking with my energy, and so yeah.
I wouldn't say it's hard. I say it's hard
easy.
if you. It depends what you want. Some people like. It's just who I am. Like, I only like being. I'm gonna sound hella weird saying this, but I only like being around black people. Really, I can be around other people. It's hard to be around white people. I'm not gonna hold you on that one. But I like being around black people because that's when I can truly be myself. I don't have to think about, like, how this person is gonna look at me. Do they think I'm a criminal? Or, like, I can tell them my story on how I grew up, and I don't have to worry about getting a look or judgment or, like, surprise. Like, oh my gosh. Like, telling people, like, oh, yeah, cops stop you all the time. That's nothing new. I get stopped walking. I got stopped in Whole Foods. Walking out. That's nothing. Explaining that to somebody who ain't black is hard. Like, yeah, I got stopped in Whole Foods.
They're like, well, what were you stealing?
What were you doing? Why would they do that? I didn't do anything. I literally have my receipt in the bag. I literally was putting the money in my wallet as I was stopped. So, like, it's explain that type of stuff. Like, yeah, we can hang out and all that stuff, but when real stuff hits you, I don't feel comfortable telling somebody who ain't black my experience because they're going to question and ask all these questions. They try to make good at everything. Or they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry you went through that. Like, I don't want to hear that. So, I think it's easy if you want it. Some people, they just, like, think too much. I really don't be thinking. I just be talking and whatever happens, happens. But I think if I was more open to other people, But since there's not that many black people in the Bay Area, and the black people that are in the Bay Area, some of them are wishy-washy. Some of them are elitist. They're on that type of attitude, which is basically like white people. Some people are like focused on the organizations, like the fraternities and sororities, and if you're not in them, they don't fuck with you, even though they're fucking, we're all black still, but they like look at you a little bit different sometimes. I'm not saying all of them.
That Greek life.
That Greek life, even though
It's
we're
different.
black, we're Greek organizations, but whatever, that's another conversation that I can get on. But this is a friendship episode, so we're not gonna touch on that. But it happens. It's hard in the Bay Area. If I was in a place like DC or LA, when I was in LA, there's black people everywhere. When I'm not in school, like if I'm not in school, well, I'm not in school now, but if I'm not in school and that it is, I can get a whole bunch of people I'm comfortable with. But do you think it's hard as an adult?
Taking college out of it, yeah, because I don't leave the house. But I made all my like friends after high school. Like I met through college, or I met through friends of friends. Like I only got like 6 friends, 7 friends, 6 or 7, I don't know. But 4 of them from high school. One of them's from a friend, meeting through a friend. 2 were my roommates. So,
and one's your cousin.
but also, no, I didn't count her in it. Shout out to Malika though. I don't want more friends, low key. Like I just don't. I don't go seeking friendships anymore. Yeah. I'm solid with who I have. If it happens, cool, but I really don't care.
I never was the one to seek a friendship either. If you're like seeking friendships, I don't think that's
lonely.
I'm never lonely. I love being
But
lonely.
It's different, yeah.
I'm saying take you out of it. What if someone's like, I really have nobody.
I like being lonely.
Okay, if you're seeking friendships, don't put so
I do
much.
too.
In my opinion,
I like solitude.
Shit,
That
we're
I do
different
too.
too. There's been a whole bunch of people in our houses our whole life.
Yeah.
So shit, when we get be alone,
That alone time is.
That solitude is nice. I'm tired of 13 niggas around me. So, that's the thing. Like, there's always like 13 niggas in this house, but.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah, but like still, like I'm grown now. Since I've been grown, I haven't been in this damn house. But a big thing, that I want to highlight that Jamal said, and I think it's important to note, just because he want to be around black folk don't mean he hate everybody else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? And my thing too is like, I've always been the opposite, right? I've always been like, oh, I fuck with everybody, right? Oh. And then I got grown and I was all like, I'm only fucking with niggas, right? And like, yes, like, I fuck with niggas heavy. I love black people. I always love black people. Always uplift them, validate them, affirm them, call them out, do everything, right? I love black people, right? And I definitely have close friends, close people in my life who aren't black, right?
Me too.
But I don't go to them when I'm dealing with black shit, right? I go to my black friends or people in my life. And so it's like, the difference between those relationships is when I'm with black folk, I don't have to question their intentions. When I'm with white folk, particularly, I gotta question their intentions, whether or not they're good people or shitty people. I always gotta question their intentions. Because whether you're a good white person or a bad white person, you can still get a nigga killed.
And you still white. So that
like,
matters at the end of the day, because history has shown us that you guys are wishy-washy.
Stay on topic.
So I always have to be like, question your intention.
Yeah,
because you exploit, and there has been people in my life who have been white, and they have exploited, oh, this is my black friend, and he does this, and he does that. He likes hip-hop, blah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah. And they do that. So I always have to question, are they using me for like, because they want that black friend and they don't want to feel bad? Yeah. Are they using me for money? You always gotta do that, and black people do it too. But
everyone does.
But I don't have to question it. Like, oh, sometimes like I'm safe. I feel safe around black people.
Yeah.
I get in a room full of others because I don't want to single out a particular race, but I'm sure you know who others I'm talking about, and I be like uncomfortable, and I'm like, I know I belong here. Damn, you good?
I thought I was about to throw up. I had to like start pondering.
I was trying to ignore it. You had to point it out.
That shit was loud. They probably can hear that shit.
Y'all did
I
wake
thought
me
what I
up.
was saying.
Y'all fucking woke me up and was like, let's do it. So I was like, shit.
Okay. I have one more question. Let's just.
I have a couple too.
All right,
Oh, okay.
go for it.
Oh, you thought you was the only one with questions?
I just want y'all to know I still gotta go to work.
I know. So I look. Okay. Oh, just do yours then.
No, it's
No, go
fine.
ahead.
It's
I
fine. I'm
just
already
won't do
here.
it. I won't do it.
No, you can do
It's
it.
I guess
fine.
go ahead,
Come
Nana.
on.
Okay.
Let's go.
What do you do when you have unsupportive friends? Do you
I don't have that.
approach
Yeah.
it? Oh, you don't?
We don't have unsupportive friends.
They support me in all my ignorance.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so then I guess take it out of y'all's life.
If I didn't,
if you had an unsupportive friend,
they wouldn't be a
would
friend
you?
no more.
Can I finish the question?
Go ahead.
Gosh. Do you approach them,
No.
or do you just ignore it and just like make a mental note?
Mental note.
Mental note.
Some people, it depends. Cause I'm guessing you're going off of insecure.
Yeah.
So like, which I haven't finished, so I don't know
But
how
you
their
know.
relationship
But you
ends
know.
up. But I'm sure they're gonna be friends at the end because that's a TV show. But I look at what has been going on between us because if we haven't been vibing,
Mm-hmm.
then it's probably coming from there. But if you like just like, oh, like say I want to do, well, I want to do a lot. Like eventually I want to be able to put on my own festival, right? So if I have a friend who's just like Issa did, low key, it's kind of like if y'all haven't watched it, I just spoiled that shit. Well, fuck it, you should have been watching.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a friend who's just like, you can't do it, why you want to do that? I'm gonna make a mental note, and eventually I'm gonna slowly phase them the fuck out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But if we haven't been rocking or I said something, usually I say the wild shit. So I probably would have said something to them and they probably felt away and they're giving me that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would approach them and be like, all right, what's good?
Yeah.
Like what you want? What I do? What do you want to do? How do we solve this? And if we're at a point,
from here.
if we can't, it's fine just being like, all right, deuces, my guy.
Yeah.
You have a nice life.
Peace out, my guy.
Hope you don't do better than me, but have a nice life.
Yeah. And I think there's a big difference between somebody being unsupportive and not like supporting an idea, right? So it's like
That part.
I don't support a lot of shit that some of these niggas do that I fuck with. I'd be like, that's stupid as shit, but like I'm gonna support you in the sense like do your shit then. Like I may not support an idea like I don't think that's cool, you know, or I wouldn't fuck with it, but like you fuck with it, I fuck with you, so let me support it.
Yeah.
Right? There's definitely have been things where I've like, whether it's attended, gone to, supported, throw some money towards for the people that I fuck with, the things that I'm like, I never would get involved with this shit, but I'm supporting you because you're my friend. Now, if a nigga is unsupportive, especially because, you know, like, when I started my nonprofit, that shit was from the scrums, you know what I mean? Like, nigga was messing up logos, nigga was messing up things, all sorts of stuff. Right? And for the people who are unsupportive on the idea of my nonprofit, them niggas is not around no more because I cut them niggas off. But for the people who are supportive are the people who have been invested since day one and they're the same niggas that I rock with.
Like some people, like this, people take support like, oh, I gotta do this and do that. No, you can do a simple thing like post on Instagram or whatever. I'm terrible with social media, so I'm not gonna use social media. Like if I have a shirt and it's $20, if you can just support by buying a shirt, that is a simple thing. Or even if you don't buy the shirt, I give you the shirt and then you wear the shirt. That is support. Like there's ways you can support, even if you don't agree with how they're gonna do it. You can be like, I don't think that this is a good idea, but I'm gonna rock with you on it. Like I don't like expect everybody to support. I say crazy shit. So if you support all the crazy shit that I say, then there's probably something wrong with you. Because sometimes I say shit just to get a rise. Or I'm joking a lot too.
Yeah,
so
if
you support everything that I do, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You probably a killer. Low key. You probably a killer. You probably eat babies. Like, if you support everything that I do.
And when you're talking about support,
I say.
when you talk about support too, like that's a big thing, right? Especially for the things that we be doing in our lives, right? Like everybody who's ever bought a poetry book for me or anybody who's ever bought one of my poetry books, like you know I fuck with you, right? And I know some people who's bought it and don't fuck with me, and they just want to see me shine, but you don't want to say it to my face, and that's okay. But like, for those who have bought my poetry book, right? You know what I'm saying? My poetry book is for sale online. You know, you can go to jakeelharris.com if you want to. But the thing is, like, when I don't have to tell you to buy something from me, where you just buy it because you support me, right? Or when I even see you like wearing it, like wearing the things that you bought from me, or reading my book or whatever, quoting me or whatever, like that's the support I need. I don't need you out here screaming stuff from the rooftops and stuff like that. It's that simple things. Like, I got people who wore my t-shirt out in public or at some of their speaking engagements. I had people like quote me and stuff like that. Also, shout out to Yaya, because people have quoted me without giving me my paid dues and try to pass it off as theirs, and Yaya be calling people out, and I fuck with that, because you can't steal a poet's words, because that's fucked up. But no, support comes way further than just being like, I support this idea. It's all like, well, you talk about it, be about it. You know what I mean? Like, even my siblings, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that I know I do that they don't fucking support. And then they still buy my shit, and I
just bought a sweater. I bought a sweater. He was gonna give it to me. I said, nah, I'm gonna give you the whole 20.
Oh, I bought almost all your poetry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't buy poetry books in general.
Free.
I don't like that. I'm not gonna like. I
buy the poetry books and the sweaters.
If it's stuff that, like, for instance, I like clothing. I like hoodies. I like sweaters. And I buy from people all the time. Mm-hmm. So if I'm like, oh, you selling this? I'll buy it. I buy from these fucking white people. Mm-hmm. I can buy from my black brother.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Black brother.
Black. Man, don't
anyway, like, I can support that. Like, I spend money on stupid. I buy shoes all the time, which, you know, I'm like, if you got something, I can buy it. If I can afford to buy it, I will buy it. Mm-hmm. If I can't buy it, I will support by telling people about it. Like, if you got a sticker, give me the sticker. I got stickers on all my stuff. If you have something that I can financially do or buy, I will buy. If you just want me to do word of mouth, I can easily do that. I don't have social media like that, so a lot of people ain't gonna hear it. But what is that? Your speak sticker? Oh.
I got the card on the back.
So, like, I can do that, but support your friends' ideas, support your people you know ideas. Like, I probably wouldn't have done this podcast with my sister, because I was like, people telling me, man, you need to do this, you need to do this. Some of them I know are just like talking, but whatever. Some of them I know, like, they comment all the time. Shout out to the Good Speeds, Carolyn, Crystal. They always commenting and stuff, always watching, subscribing, like stuff like that. Like Junior,
Shout out to Junior,
Chauncey, Tim, like,
we appreciate you guys.
Malika. I don't want to name everybody.
I don't know, say Nicole, Lena.
Yeah,
okay.
but like people,
thank you for
like,
watching.
they support. Some people, like, they'll be like, "Oh, Jamal, that's a good idea," or they'll be like, "What if you did this or added this?" Like, I said I was gonna do like the playlist that I be putting on Spotify, SoundCloud, Radio Raheem tape.
Fire.
Like, those stuff, I've been saying I was gonna do them for a long time. Before, like, Spotify was having like their little rap radar and all that shit. I've been saying I was gonna do this stuff, and I'm finally doing it now. People been telling me, like, do it. And I know it's not gonna hit overnight, but now I'm just like, all right, people support clearly, so I'll do it. But support your friends.
Really.
That's not even just black people. You white people, support your friends. Asians, support your friends.
And if you,
my Latinos, support your friends.
I just,
and then
can I go? It's cool now. And if you find yourself like, I don't like if you can't be happy for your friend, you need to really question yourself. Like, why is their growth affecting you?
Oh shit, is she a poet?
You know, I got
I like to see people grow.
Yeah, if you can't be happy for your friends, that's a problem.
Yeah. Shit, I want people who,
I want to see you prosper.
If I sprinkled any of my juices in your life, which means I've been around you, because that sounded like
I don't like that.
That sounded like I come on
I
them.
don't like that.
That's why I have to be like, oh, that sounded disgusting. If I've been around you or anything like that, I want to see you successful. Whether we dated or whether we kicked it, like, I want you to succeed. Whether I'm in your life or not doesn't matter. But like, if you got something and you're like, hey, can you do this? I probably will buy it. Like, whether or speak on it or whatever. Whether I like it or not, it doesn't matter. Because I buy stuff I don't like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I eat stuff I don't like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Carl's Jr. yesterday.
Like the Carl's Jr. from yesterday. Fuck you, Carl's Jr.
The big thing that I will say is, support the people who have been in your life, impacted your life, influenced your life, right? All the people who've been in my life, or all the people who influenced my life, all the people I've dated and stuff like that. I want to see them do good, right? I want to see them.
I don't know about all the people.
Well, that's you, not me. All people that I've dated, for sure. I want to see you do good, and I hope you get a nigga that's better than me, because I know I wouldn't shit for a couple of y'all. And I can agree, I wouldn't shit for a couple of y'all.
I don't want you to do better than me.
If we're being honest, yeah, I'm pretty great.
I don't want you to. If you find a nigga better than me,
I want you to be happy.
I want you to be happy.
I want you to be happy.
I don't want you to be like, oh, my nigga is way better than me.
Well, let me clarify, right? I want you to be better. I want you to find a nigga that was better than the nigga that I was.
Better suited for you.
Yeah.
Better suited for you. No, because I'm better suited for all of them. I mean, the niggas. I want you to find a nigga that was better for you than the nigga that I was years ago.
I apologize on Jakeel's behalf.
Because I apologize on Jakeel's behalf too, and y'all know I don't say sorry, so y'all know that's a real thing, right? But I also want you to.
This episode's gonna be long.
I want you to realize that my lasting comment will kind of be like, don't be aware of people who embed themselves in disloyalty for attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Hey, hold on. And I guess that really just means like, there's people who like will say they're your friend. There's people who will say like they fuck with you heavy, but like they're just looking for the next opportunity to be disloyal so they can get somebody else's attention, right? And so like beware of them niggas, right? Because you can tell when somebody's disloyal, right? Your vibes will tell you, right? If somebody's fucking with your energy but you still smiling, question that shit. You know what I mean? And so for me, like, I'm giving off positive vibes all day, every day. If I give you bad vibes, stay the fuck away from me then. Like, I'm not exempt from this rule. Like, bounce if I give you bad vibes. But I don't give you bad vibes because I'm a real ass, authentic ass motherfucker. So it is what it is. You either get me or you don't. So
all that.
All right. Well, that was the last of my questions.
I mean, he got to work. So, this has been another episode of The Harris Show. I've been your co-host, Jamal Raheem Harris, with my sister,
Angie,
and our guest, not really a guest, because he's our brother,
I'm still a guest.
Jakeel Speaks Harris. We're going to put all his stuff on the bottom of this.
Subscribe.
So, go buy his book, go buy his merch, whatever he got.
Follow me.
We should have wore his sweater, but
I thought about
it's
it.
hot.
All right, we out.
Bye.
Deuces.
Jamal, you gotta